All right, let's take a look at, now that you've collected your research, how you can go about determining your activities and clues. So in your activities and clues column, there would not have been anything here. And so I just look at the information that I have. So basically in this first one, the goal is to learn about the country. So that's pretty much what I want you to get out of this. So I decided that I was going to use a reverse alphabet code and have you come up with the word Senegal, which is the country. I don't recommend doing that since I did it as the example. So if all of you do that, then everybody's going to guess it straight away. Don't even do your code. So try to be more original about what was something out of here that you would like for them to remember. Could be, its location, something that's important in that regard. So the first thing I was thinking, typically I do a PowerPoint slide, but on this one I thought I would use one of the sites that we have, the newspaper clipping generator. And so when you go onto your site, you will see that I have a page just for your breakouts. And so all of these are links, and you actually click on here to newspaper clipping generator, and you're going to put your content in there. So literally you open it up, you come to your page. Now, if you have done this like I have made sure that these are my words and it's only the things that I want you to know, and it's everything that I want you to know. So I'm going to just come in and control copy, and I'm going to go into my daily newspaper clipping, and this is going to be the Daily Senegal. Okay, and I'm going to put my date as Monday, December 6th, 2021. Okay, and then put you a little title. Senegal is Western Africa. Okay, and then you come in here and you Control V and paste your thing, and then it's going to generate for you. Okay, so here's your little newspaper clipping. You can download the image right there, and then you're going to upload it right into your form. Okay, so download your image and then turn around and upload it. So I'm going to download that. Okay, it says newspaper jig, so hopefully I'll remember that when we get to the next part. All right, so then you come in here, and then I've already done some searching on the internet to look to see what things I might want to do. So I thought I would do a Quizlet practice after you guys read the article, then come in and go to Quizlet. So let's just go there. So we're going to go to Quizlet.com. And in Quizlet.com, you can sign up for a free account, and you can create your own games. So you can do like a study set. And once you create your account, I actually already have an account. So it's wanting me to use my account. So let me log in. So when I use my account, I can come in to create, and you guys can all create a free account. I've done that in previous years. So you just create an account, go to study set, and then from here you would label it. What is it that you want to call this? This would be like learning about Senegal, and then you would come in and look at some of the things that you could put in here. So let's change our page, okay, and then come over here, and we can do learning about, let's just put Senegal, Africa. Okay, and then we can come in here and you write a term. So if I put Senegal, and then on the other side I would put a definition, and I would put West Coast of Africa. Okay, and then you go to the next term. I could put Atlantic Ocean, and then here I could put Senegal. Okay, Then I can come down. Now the nice thing is you can add images to it, which is a nice feature. And the nice thing about this is it will search for pictures for you. So this is looking for like the Atlantic Ocean, and it kind of has highlighted Africa as well, or this one has Africa. So I don't know that I would use one of those. You can scroll over to see if you like anything better. It's really kind of looking for Africa. So I might find one of my own, see how you can do your own, or not put one. Okay, so I would say probably, you know, try to do 8 to 10. So then you can come in and add another question. And then once you've gotten all of your questions added, you simply create it, and then it's going to give you a share link. So let me go ahead and save it, and I'll come back to it. So see, I have the Senegal, and right here we have this copy link. That's what you would be able to use to play your game. So I'm going to copy it, and then actually I'm going to place it in here so that I can come back to that same page and finish building, and then I'll have the link right there. And then after they had time to play with it, I'm going to have them do a reverse alphabet code using Senegal. And so I clipped this code off of the internet by typing in reverse alphabet code and just snip the picture. And that's really all you need. Now, on the next one, I decided that I would create a PowerPoint slide. So here's how you do that. You simply open up a PowerPoint. I just use a blank one, and I like to do like either the title and content or just a blank slide, because I like to do all the formatting and stuff. So you can come right in and format your background. So we're talking about like salt marshes and woodlands, flamingos. So you can decide what you want your picture to be. You can do like a pattern. You can come in and change the color. So I could do something like that, and then come in and change my color. Okay, and then once you start adding your text to it, you can decide if you like it or not. Okay, so then I need to put a text box, so I'm going to add some text because I have some content. I have some content that I need to add, and again, I have told you what I want you to know in this box, so I'm going to come in and copy that, and I can paste it, and it's extremely small the way I have it right now. So I'm going to go look at it. It's not dark enough, so I might bold it. I need it to be bigger. Okay, so then decide how you want to fit that in there. And then in my notes over here, I had said that I would like to add maybe a picture of like mangroves or the dwarf flamingo or the Columbus monkey. So then I would come over and find those images, mangroves in Senegal, and images. So I like this picture right here. So maybe copy that picture, go to my PowerPoint, and just plop it in there so I can do a picture. Okay, so there's the mangroves, and then come back to my search and do, let's see, what did we say? Flamingos. Oh, it was the dwarf flamingo. Dwarf flamingo in Senegal, and I'm on images, so, So, I feel like I like this picture the best, so I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to paste it, and there's my flamingos. Okay, and then I also wanted the monkey. It was the and there he is. Nice picture right there. Copy my image, come back to my PowerPoint, paste it, and then decide what do I need to do to make it all work. Now, once you have this page, then you are ready to, I'm just going to delete this page because I don't need a title slide. This is just a building page, so you don't need this PowerPoint to be saved as anything, you know, that you're going to reuse as a PowerPoint. I'm literally going to save this as my Senegal breakout. I'm going to put it in my Africa folder and call it Senegal breakout, because it's just a building tool. But that's all you're doing with this page right here, is you are building. So this page I would then snip, and then I would insert the snip of this page. So here is a snip, and I would come in and snip it, and then I would call this Senegal. I'm going to put 2 because I feel like I need to create one for my puzzle too. Okay, so for every page that you're going to put in your form, you're going to create something on your PowerPoint slide. And that's how you get those in as an image, as one image. So then I would probably come in again and I would create a slide for this reverse alphabet. I would create a slide with this newspaper clipping. And then on there I would probably put something along the lines of the quiz practice. Now when you get to your lock is a different page. It's a question page, so that's a little different. But for everything that you want to be seen as an image, create it as a PowerPoint slide. So then I come down to the next one. Here's where I decided we would just go to puzzle.org. And so let me take you there to puzzle.org so you can see some options you have. In puzzle.org, you have a lot of options. Oh, right here it is, sorry. Puzzle.org, I believe without an account, you can create like 3 different puzzles, and they have several to choose from. So they have crosswords, word search. I wouldn't do crossword here because you can do that at Crosswords Lab for free. And I also have another place you can create word search for free. Now Jigsaw was the one that I did. Jigsaw Planet was blocked, so hopefully they're gonna whitelist that soon. So yeah, you've got like fill in the gap. That was the one that I chose to do. You've got labeling, reordering. You can do like a memory game, a scavenger hunt, a sliding puzzle. Here's where I did the acrostic once. The acrostic is a fun one to do. And so yeah, this is where you can choose some stuff to create. A cryptogram. And then you would just create your assignment that you want the students to do with that information, and then you would put the link in with their page. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each one. I'm just going to kind of show you like where I'm getting some of the stuff. So then I went to a number substitution cipher, and this one would be create a code using the number substitution cipher. So then what would you want them to figure out after they learned about the national park? What could be something that they would have to solve and then use the code to give the answer? Okay, or you could give the code and they decipher the code and get the answer. So then I went down to the next place, which I was doing the Senegal River. And again, I said, do a PowerPoint slide. So I've already put this information in the way that I want it. So I'm going to take it to my PowerPoint slide. I'm going to add a couple images. This one, I'm going to ask the students to do a word art. If you remember, we did word art in class before. And there are 2 different ones. You have word art and you have word cloud. I set the word cloud on the classic site, and word art's a new one. And it's actually, I think, easier to use than the one we did, and it has better features for the shapes that you can use. So give them instructions of how they would do that in your assignment. So then, of course, you're wanting them to use this information in their word art. And then I did something like this, like describe the shape to guess the lock, to unlock the lock. And so I have 6 faces, I have 8 vertices, I have 12 edges, I am 3D, I have all right angles, and my height, width, and depth are all equal. What am I? So I've just given a riddle, so you could consider that using some riddles. Just make sure that your riddles aren't so complex that nobody would be able to figure it out. Okay, so then I went to my next physical feature and I did this national park, and I was going to do the PowerPoint slide like I showed you. So now I would have multiple PowerPoint slides here. By the time you're finished, you'll probably have 10 or 11 slides, because you're going to make a slide for each section that you want for your form. So I would do a slide for the content. Then I use the acrostic, and you can do the acrostic from puzzle.org. And I believe there's another place that we can do acrostics from as well. And I would use one of the birds that we learned about as the secret word. And then maybe once they figure out the secret word, they then have to turn it into a digital code using this code right here. Okay, so that's what my thought was with this. And then I went on to the Cape Verde Peninsula, and again I collected all the information I want students to know about Cape Verde, and then I'm going to put that information in a PowerPoint, and I said look for images of the beaches, the mountains, and the sea turtles, because those were some of the important things from Cape Verde. And then I was going to create a Kahoot, and Kahoot is on here, and Kahoot does allow you as a student to create an account, and then you're able to make your own Kahoot games. So I would say 8 to 10 questions using the content that we just learned, and then you'll be able to add a link to your game so that your classmates can go do that Kahoot. All right, and then once they've played the Kahoot, I gave a riddle with a hangman. So this hangman words, which is also on our breakout down here, hangman. With this hangman, you can go create a hangman that they can play online. So you put in the word that's the riddle solves, the solution to the riddle is also your hangman, and so then they go and guess and play it, and so it's just a fun way. But there is a link that you can go to that you create it, and then once you've created it, it gives you the option to choose a link so that someone can come and play your hangman. Okay, so that one is a hangman. And then in my last one, I was doing the Gambia River. Again, I collected the information that I wanted my audience to know about the Gambia River. I added a few images so you can see the river, you can see some of its habitat. And then I came in here and decided that I would finish out with PowerPoint with the content and add images. Then I was going to do a flip message with summarizing. So I would take this information here and I would think about of the different parts. What would, if there was one sentence that I had to put together about Gambia, what would that one sentence be? And then I would go to the flipped text, which is right here, flip text. I would flip it, and then you have to, once you go to flip text, you put in your stuff right here. So you write your text. The Gambia River is a great resource for Senegal and provides much needed transportation. Okay, so you put that in there, and then you do you do start. That was not right. Okay, and here's my upside down text right here. So you take this, control copy, so it flipped it, and then I go back to my PowerPoint. I choose a blank slide, and then I paste that there, and then I've got to definitely glam it up with some bigger font, and I would even go in and do some different looking font, kind of like that one, but I would want to be bigger because you want them to be able to code it, but you do want it to have some, you know, challenge to them. So just make sure you spell everything correctly in your words. Now here it says everything's misspelled because it's upside down, and then of course you'd come in and format your background. And you could come in and literally, like, I could do a picture and I could go online and I could type in meandering river and see what comes up. So see, here's some pretty meandering river pictures, and you insert it and it becomes a whole background, but that becomes kind of hard to see. So see where it has this transparency right here? You just start changing the transparency and see how it is lightening up. So you still want to be able to see it. So like 50% is usually pretty good, and I've gone as high as like 65. So I'm going to go at 55 right here so that you can see my clue, but it's not going to mess it up. So then I would then put this into the form as my flipped text here. Okay, and I'll show you guys that in a different video. So that basically then brings me to the last lock, and I put the river doth flow, taking people and goods where they need to go. I am one of the main uses of the Gambia River. And so they're unlocking based on that. Okay, and I kind of told it in my image too. So that's taking a look at the second part of our graphic organizer. So we chose the parts that we were going to do. We collected the information, then we came back and thought about what activities and what would the clues be. Now we are ready to go create our breakout room on the Google or Microsoft form.